Hey y'all, welcome back to Saturday Night Live with Squid. Once again, I'm your host, Squidprints. You guys can just call me Squid. We are at week 10 for Saturday Night Live, and it's been good so far. We're going to go onto our third week of 6v6 no items. So we're running with some new stuff today. We have Zorork, we have Breloom, almost forgot his name. We have Muck, Empoleon, Jolteon, and Milotic. I do have a common weakness in my walls, which is electric. I know I shouldn't do that, but I do have something to kind of balance that out, and that is going to be the Volt Absorb on the Jolteon. I do also have a little bit of a ground weakness with the Muck and the Empoleon, but that is resisted by Breloom. I know I could take an Earthquake, and I could retaliate with Mach Punch if I don't outspeed. And I could also go into Milotic, and I have recovery with that. But we have a good solid team. We have Deception, we have Priority, we have Bulk, and we have Speed, and we got Power. So we got a nice solid bunch. The Squid Squad is ready. Speaking of Squid Squads, I really like the fact that you guys call me Squid. It reminds me of Rocket Power. You guys remember Rocket Power? Like when Sam first moved in, and at first Twister was Squid, and then he finally got his name Twister, and then Sam became Squid. I feel like your guys is Squid. So we're going to end up looking for a battle here on this rainy night. It is a Tuesday night because I am pre-recording this because Squid goes on vacation. Actually, I'm leaving today. Right now it is early in the morning. It is about 1 o'clock, and I just felt like recording. I got home from work about an hour ago. So this is what we're doing. This team is scary as shit. There's a Charizard, Scolipede, Chinchino, Talonflame. Do I have things for Talonflame? I have Empoleon for Talonflame. There's also a Bisharp and a Snorlax. Alright, let's see. I may want to lead off. Well, the Empoleon is going to be very important because Empoleon is not only going to wall the Chinchino, and let me take a picture before I forget, but I can also counter the Scolipede because Empoleon is one of my only Gen Pokemon that I have. Now, it has Stealth Rocks, Icy Wind, Scald, and Earthquake, I believe. So that's definitely going to help out because it is going to be like a mixed wall. It has nothing that can stop my Volt Switches, which is really nice, and I outspeed everything. I just don't know if I could take an Acrobatics, an Acrobatics from the Talonflame, which is really kind of a bummer. I don't want to bring in Breloom against a Scolipede. What I'm going to do is I think I'm going to lead off with the Empoleon, because I can also get my Stealth Rocks up, which is really going to help against the Talonflame and the Charizard. And I want... I think I want Zorork to come in as Muck. I think that's what I would like to do. Because I want it to come in as something that they may need to force switches on. So that's what I'm going to roll with. Let's see how this battle goes on. This is definitely an interesting team, but I definitely want to get those rocks up to help me with the Charizard and the Talonflame. And if they decide to lead with the Talonflame, I can always just go for a Scald. So, Little Miss Nicole, let's see what you got. Alright, there's a Scolipede. Oh man, this is kind of scary. Do I go for Rocks first? I don't know, they may go for Protect, so I may want to go Rocks on the first turn. But I can kind of keep it in check for the fact that, alright cool, it does go for Protect, but I can kind of keep it in check with the speed, because I do have the Icy Wind, which is going to drop its speed each time I attack. So, there's 50% done on the Charizard and the Talonflame, which is good with me. And I should have enough bulk to deal with the Chinchino, but I also have the Mach Punch that is going to OHKO it. I'm just going to go for the Icy Wind to try and cut down that speed if he wants to go for a Swords Dance. Alright, there's a Swords Dance, but now the speed is going to be only at +1. I know it's not going to do much, but that's not the purpose. The purpose is to try and nullify that giant speed stat. I may just want to go for a Scald here. I feel like a Protect may be coming. Alright, we're going to go for the baton pass. Alright, so let's see what he wants a baton pass into. It is only going to be at +1, and it's going to come in and take a Scald. Whatever it may be. It might possibly be the Snorlax, the Bisharp. That's something I was hoping wouldn't be. I do have Earthquake on this, so I can hit it for super effective damage. Unless he has... Can I get a burn? Nope, no burn. Alright, what I'm going to do is I am going to go for the Earthquake. Unless it has like a Brick Break. It has Sucker Punch. I'm sure we could probably live at least... Oh, this is +2, isn't it? Alright, cool. Thank God I am defensively invested. We can go for the Earthquake. I'm hoping that's enough. That is not enough. Why are you not enough? Alright, a Sucker Punch is going to be able to take us out here. Alright, but we can... Scald. Maybe I could have just went for Scald. Yeah, Sucker Punch is definitely a thing. And it is at +1 speed, so it is going to be able to take us... outspeed any priority that we do have. But I can go into Muck here, which this is kind of cool. I can go into Muck, right? I can Shadow Sneak with the Muck. Because I know we can live at least a Sucker Punch. And he may not know that we even get Shadow Sneak. It is resisted, it's unstabbed. Alright, I'm just going to go for it. I want to see what happens. Oh my god, that really did absolutely nothing. And it has Iron Head. And that's going to do a hell of a lot. That's going to knock us out. Oh, that really sucks. Alright, this thing is so close to dying. Oh, shit. Now who does the Rourke come in as? I need to keep the Breloom alive. I really hope that my Loda can take one hit. Because I don't want to just sit here and get Sucker Punched to death by a +2 Bisharp, because that would be really stupid. I'm going to go for the Surf. Hopefully he'll just... Alright, hopefully we can live one Sucker Punch. Jesus Christmas. We're getting blasted here. I should have went for like Recover as like Mind Games or something. Alright, we're just going to go into Zoroark because I'm really running out of options here. And it's going to come out as Jolteon. Alright, I'm just going to go for a Flamethrower. He's going to Sucker Punch. I hope it should be resisted. Oh, thank God, Zoroark, you beast. Why didn't I go into you first? Because I definitely just got rid of my walls for no reason. Alright, this thing's dead. That's the good news. The bad news is that Scolipede is still alive, and that sucks because it can go for a Protect, and Talonflame is still a thing. I got rid of my only wall for Talonflame. Squid, what are you thinking, man? This is going to lose 25% of its health. I'm just going to go for a Flamethrower. I know it's going to go for the Protect. What Pokemon do I even have left? Zoroark. Oh, I still have my Jolteon, though. But even at +2, for speed, it's going to outspeed me. Oh, we avoid the Mega Horn. That's perfect. A little justice. What do we got? Can we take it out? Alright, cool. We can take it out. Thank God he missed that Mega Horn, or else we would be in a very deep pickle. Now, 2 of his Pokemon are down. The Bisharp and the Scolipede. Talonflame is still going to be a problem with priority. We do not outspeed this thing. This little guy is going to be a problem. We're just going to go for a Dark Pulse. I'm sure he outspeeds us. We're only base 105, it's base 115. There is Bullet Seed. Alright. Now, we may need to get a little tricky here. We got Jolteon and Breloom. Alright, we're going to go into Breloom. It's very important we keep Breloom alive, though. Because I'm going to need it for the Snorlax. Now, I may want to predict him to go out. Well, there's the thing, though. He could easily switch into the Talonflame and take 2 Mach Punches. Easily. But I'm not sure, because he could just fodder this off. Like, there's really no reason for him to even keep this. I'm just gonna go for the Mach Punch because I don't think we could live any hits from this. Alright, we are gonna go for Mach Punch. That should OHKO. Alright, cool. That is gonna knock it out completely. But we're still stuck in like a crappy situation because we need to keep... Oh man. Alright, we're kind of stuck in a pickle because we need the Breloom. Wait, what? What? Why, man? Why wouldn't he just go into Talonflame? Alright, well, he kind of just solved our own problem because now we can just go for a Drain Punch. And Snorlax's defense isn't exactly as great as its special defense. It's going to go for Earthquake. And we can eat that up. And we could just go for another Drain Punch. And get some more health back, which will help build up recoil on the Talonflame. That's a play I don't exactly agree with. But the good news is we're only down to the last 2 Pokemon. And they're both going to take 50% from the Stealth Rocks. And we do have Jolteon left, which outspeeds both of them. We just have to be able to outspeed... Or, I mean, not outspeed. We just need to be able to live one Brave Bird from the Talonflame. He's going to bring in the Charizard, which is going to take the 50%. And we are just going to let Breloom go down here. In case it has, like, Roost or something. I just want to go for a Rock Tomb just to be safe. Because I know a Thunderbolt is going to be able to take it out. He's going to go for Fire Blast, which I'm okay with. I'm pretty sure Jolteon could take at least, you know, one, either Acrobatics or a Brave Bird. At least I'm hoping. I know it's a resisted hit, and I can outspeed both of them. Well, not the Talonflame because of Gale Wings, but I have the Thunderbolt to deal with both of these types. So I'm just going to go for the Thunderbolt. That should be an OHKO, or that should be a knockout from this range of health against the Charizard. Which it is. Now, it really comes down to, because of that switching, I really don't understand why he brought the Snorlax in. But it's going to put us into this situation where as long as we can live one hit... Now, I did redo my Jolteon so that I do have much better IVs. But as long as we can live one hit and the Thunderbolt will kill. So he's going to go for Brave Bird. It is resisted. We are a Jolteon. I don't have any kind of bulk investment, but... Oh, we take that beautifully. We're going to be able to take this as a win. This is going to bring our record from 1-1 to 2-1. A good week. Questionable plays by my opponent on bringing in the Snorlax so early. He really had me in a bind there because he put me in a situation where I was down to my last 2 Pokemon and I really would have had to choose you know, who would have had to live, who would have had to die, because if he would have brought in the Talonflame, went for the Brave Bird, and forced me to let my Breloom die, there's no way that my Jolteon could have taken on that Snorlax by itself. Just because of its natural special bulk, I knew that they probably carry Earthquake, which it did show Earthquake, but you know, that's what happens on Battle Spot. You run into people, sometimes they do silly things. So this has been another Saturday Night Live with Squid. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Stay tuned for next week when we have more battles coming through, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye. Well, I'm back, and I decided that, you know what, that battle was pretty short. It was only about 13 minutes. This is going to be a live. So, you know what, I wanted to give you guys a little bit more. Our record is 2-1 right now. I wanted to give you guys another battle because it was silly. You know what, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I owe you guys another battle for some reason. I just feel like that battle was good, but I feel like it wasn't up to, like, Squid par. You know what I mean? I don't know. You guys may know what I mean. I may just be talking out of my butt. So, here we go. We're facing another kid. We are seeing another Charizard. There's Noivern. There's going to be a Metagross, a Greninja, a Latios, and a Gallade. Now, there is nothing that can stop our Volt switching. We do want to get our rocks up as soon as possible because unless the Latios has Defog, nothing is going to want, you know, nothing is going to stop our rocks. I could definitely force possibly some switches. Oh, here's a plan. Alright, I'm going to have Zoroark hidden as Jolteon in case he wants to predict me for a Volt Switch. Go into the Latios to resist it, get a hit off, and I can go for a Dark Pulse on the switch. So that may possibly be a thing today. Boom, 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 enter, enter, enter. Everything is entered, and we're going to make sure we take a picture of his team, because I don't want to forget, because that's one thing that I usually do on BattleSpot, is I forget to write down or take a picture of the opponent's team. So our first mission is to get those rocks up as soon as possible. We also have the Scald, so that will definitely stop the Metagross, and it could stop the Gallade as well. So we'll see what happens. Definitely, he most likely has some kind of Earthquake on the Metagross or something that will be able to hit us for super effective damage. Oh, we got Noivern. Alright, Noivern's up. Noivern really can't touch us. I do want to get my Stealth Rocks right away. I do have Icy Wind, but I feel like Stealth Rocks is definitely a higher priority. He's going to go for the U-turn. Alright, that's going to do pretty much nothing to us. It is resisted. I am defensively invested, so we'll see what he wants to go into. And the U-turn ability is going to be cut short by the Stealth Rocks real quick. Alright, he's going to end up bringing the Metagross in, and now he can really take advantage of the fact that I have a ground weakness. I have 3 things on my team that are weak to ground: Muck, Jolteon, and the Empoleon. But hopefully here, I can get a burn on the Scald. Hopefully I outspeed. I don't think I do. Yeah, there's going to be an Earthquake there. I know we could take at least one, because I am defensively invested, and we can get a Scald off. So we'll see what happens. Scald should do some decent damage. There is no Assault Vest, and we don't get a burn. We don't have anything to really dodge the Earthquake as well. We do have Breloom, but we really can't hit this thing back. So we are just going to go for another Scald. But the good news is that we got the rocks up, and that's all I really was concerned about. And I'm okay with Empoleon going down. Alright, so what we can do here is... Alright, let's see if we can pull off that prank with Zoroark. So, Jolteon's coming in. Now, we can go for a Dark Pulse. This should kill the Metagross. I don't see why it wouldn't. So we can get a nice trick kill here. Alright, cool, that's down. And he's probably thinking to himself, what the hell kind of thing is this? I'm expecting the Noivern's probably going to come in, get a U-turn. He'll end up getting Switch Initiative, which I kind of probably should have thought of before. But it's too late now. And maybe he's just thinking that, hey, Jolteon does get Dark Pulse. We could always bank on that as well. So we will see what he wants to go into. I'm honestly thinking Noivern's going to be it, but he may still be tricked for the fact there's a Jolteon out there, and... or not. I'm curious to see if Dark Pulse can kill from this range, but do I have anything else? Oh, I still have the Milotic that could deal with all the other stuff, so I'm just going to go for another Dark Pulse. We do outspeed, we're base 105, and I'm pretty sure to stay at Dark Pulse from about 50% should kill. Oh, wow, it doesn't. That really sucks. Hopefully we can take this Earthquake. Yeah, we take that real well. He definitely thought it was still a Jolteon. Psych, we are Zoroark, my friend. And now you just lost your Charizard. We're going to go for a Dark Pulse. Alright, so Zoroark pulling out 2 kills. Now, most likely, I'm expecting Noivern this turn. And he will be able to go into something. The Gallade. Gallade. I don't want to go for a Dark Pulse. The other thing is, Zoroark doesn't outspeed anything else on his team. So I might as well just go for a Flamethrower and get a free switch into whatever. Get some nice damage off before I die. See what he wants to go for. Hopefully he doesn't know the Drain Punch. Or he's just going to go for Close Combat. And he is going to end up lowering his defenses. So now this is actually going to put us in an opportunity to where we just lost a Pokemon that we no longer needed after taking out 2 of his. And now its defenses are lowered as well. And we can go into Jolteon and we can actually just go for the Volt Switch. Or we can straight up just go for a Thunderbolt. Either or. Nothing's really going to appreciate that. So we are just going to go into the Jolteon. The only thing I'm fearing is I don't want to... well, actually, you know what? I'm not fearing a a psycho cut or anything. I'm just going to go for a Volt Switch, assuming he's just going to go for another close combat. If he wants to keep this thing around, he may want to switch out, or he's going to want to stay in. I can just go into Muck, to be completely honest, if this doesn't kill. And then we can take the close combat with Muck, which is going to be resisted. And then we could just kill it off with a Shadow Sneak, because his defenses really aren't that great. Oh my god, Earthquake. Why do you have Earthquake? We are going to be able to live that. Just on the littlest bit. And a crit. Jeez. Alright, let's go for Shadow Sneak. Hopefully he didn't breed Shadow Sneak onto this thing. So, let's see. Alright, cool. Muck's going to get a nice surprise kill. Surprise. Shadow Sneak. Now, Charizard's down. Metagross is down. And Gallade is down. We're just dealing with the Latios, the Greninja, and the Noivern. Alright, he is going to go into Latios, which I'm okay with. I'm totally okay with that, because I can get another Shadow Sneak off, which is going to be super effective. And I am still going to outspeed with the Jolteon, and I can just go for a Shadow Ball. He's going to go for a Psychic. And I'm pretty sure from right here, another crit. Dang, guy. Dang, guy doing work. Now, from this range of health, we should be able to be fine. We should be able to take it out. Yeah, we should be okay with going to Jolteon, going for a Shadow Ball. I don't believe it's going to be living a Shadow Ball from this range, especially with the high special attack and speed of Jolteon. Even though it is unstabbed, it is also going to be super effective. And then we also have Thunderbolt and Mach Punch to deal with. Does that kill? Yes. We still have the Mach Punch and the Thunderbolt to deal with the Noivern and the Greninja. The Mach Punch more for the Greninja. So we should be pretty well here. And depending on what he wants to go for, I'm just going to end up going for a Volt Switch. And I'm just going to go right out into my Milotic. So I can just Volt Switch here. It's nice when fast things do work. So I am just going to go for the Volt Switch. And that's going to do a good amount of damage. And we're going to go right into the Milotic here. And as we go into the Milotic, we will be able to take whatever hit. If Milotic, ends up going down eventually, I'm okay with that, because we can still work our way around it. It's going to end up going for a Draco. Now we should be able to take this just because we have such natural special bulk. Oh, we take that quite well. Alright, and what we can do is we can just go for the Ice Beam. If he wants to stay in, switch out, really doesn't matter at this point. He's going to go for Boom Burst. With the -2, that's not going to do anything, and it's not stabbed. So we are just going to go for the Ice Beam. And that is going to do a hefty amount of damage. It is 4 times weak to ice, so it's not something that we're worried about. And the last Pokemon that they do have is going to be the Greninja. And we could just wear this guy down. So we can just go for Surfs. It really doesn't matter at this point because we do outspeed with the Jolteon, and a Thunderbolt is going to be able to take this guy out. He's going to go for Grass Knot. And I went for Surf, didn't I? Yes, I did. Huh. Maybe I shouldn't assume anything too quickly. Alright, there is Grass Knot. So Milotic is going to go down. Alright. I am going to go into my Breloom. And from this range, I'm just going to go for a Mach Punch. I want to see how much it does. I believe it is neutral. So Mach Punch, see how much you do against a Grass-type Greninja. Wait a second. He wasn't Protein? I really didn't even see that. I didn't even notice. I guess I'm so accustomed to it just being a Protein Greninja. He kept his Dark Water typing. So that's 2 battles for you guys. 2 Saturday Night Live Squidly events. What were we? 1-1, 2-1. We are now 3-1 for Saturday Night Live. I hope you guys did enjoy this session. And tune in for next week. As I said before, we'll have more battles coming up. And I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.